What is up, guys? J3 here, and yeah, I just want to start off this video by saying don't go harassing the Resident Evil 4 mods. You know, they they don't deserve any harassment. Like, look, we all make mistakes, but yeah, I do want to talk about, you know, their the rule change. And also, before I get into it, yes, I know they changed it back after the backlash. So, yeah. Um, but yeah, this is a video of just an outsider looking into the situation. I've never speedran Resident Evil 4. I'm not part of their community, so I don't really know what's going on. Um, I'll say this, I did join their server just to see, what was happening, during the time that they were getting the backlash. But yeah, uh, and there was a lot of people talking. I'll say that there was a lot of people talking in that server. Um, but yeah, all right. So I'm just going to start with my opinion. So I think my opinion of this, of that rule that they enforced, at the time, uh, was a terrible move. It was a terrible move. And, the reason, in my opinion, why it got so much backlash was because, you know, they were, making a time limit, for runs. They were, taking people's runs off the leaderboard. And these are people, you know, that worked their ass off to get those runs to where they were, and you know and they just got stripped from the leaderboard. And so, uh and then, you know it was, the time limit was also making it to where, they're saying, oh well, if you can't beat this game under this time, you're not allowed to submit the run. And it's really demoralizing. you know it's it's really demotivating, and it's intimidating to new runners that are trying to learn the game. And you just don't do that. You don't do that. And you know it, and removing runs should have been the last thing on their mind. That was just, I mean, this whole situation was a disaster. I mean, it was a disaster from the minute that they announced that they were putting that rule in effect. And like, I could understand from, like, a verifier's perspective, because like I used to be a verifier for Outlast, and we would get these really long runs, and some of them, were just casual playthroughs of the game. Now, I've never rejected a casual playthrough. I treated it like a normal run. um I'm sure there's probably been mods on the mod team that's probably rejected them. I don't know. But you know but you know I, I, and that's another thing. you know why, like, if you're a verifier or if you're a moderator or a super mod, why be that position if you're not going to look at all the runs, or if you're not going to, I mean, you're volunteering to do that job, and yet you're going to make a time limit to where, oh, okay, there's just going to be less runs in the queue that we have to worry about. that's another thing that I take away from it is, they're wanting to be lazy. I mean, look, I get it. I get that, they didn't want to look at, runs that may look like casual playthroughs. But I mean, to take runs off the boards, to make a time limit, that, intimidates and demotivates new runners, that was a bad decision. And, I hope, super mods and every other, speedrun community look at this, and just, say, hey, we're not going to do this. This is, a terrible decision. And, we're just going to let runners just improve their runs. Because, look, when there's a new runner that comes into the community, right, their runs aren't going to be the best runs in the world. That, they're going to submit a time and they're going to keep improving and improving and improving. And, they're going to keep learning and learning and learning, until they can get to a pretty good time, a pretty decent time. I mean, hey, that's how I was. I mean, my first run, I mean, it's crazy to think, my first run of Outlast was a 57-minute run, and now it's down to 52 minutes. But, sometimes, we'll look at runs, and be like, oh my gosh, this run's like over an hour. Like, but you got to understand, the runs that are over an hour, and, this is talking about glitchless, but these runs that are over an hour are by runners that are new to the community, that are new to speedrunning the game. And we gotta let them improve. We gotta let them have a little leeway. And, I hope these super mods and moderators and verifiers and other communities, look at this the same way. And, just they don't do this. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on the situation. And yeah, I appreciate everybody for watching the video. I hope y'all are having a great day. And yeah, J3 out.